everyone. Welcome to this week's Take 5. And I've got a special guest with me today, Jennifer Pickin, who's part of the Allen Clarity Collective. And we're going to talk about the trend report that I'm talking about over the next few weeks, about insights that businesses and CEOs are facing. And we're going to dive into what Jennifer's seeing that the CEOs are challenged with these days. And she's going to share more about that. But how about over to you, Jennifer? Just tell us a little bit more about you and your background, and then we'll dive into our topic today.
Thank you for having me, Steph. For sure, with pleasure. Well, I'm an entrepreneur and investor, and everything started with real estate in the beginning. And based out of this, we created a company with franchisees, and this is how I learned how people and entrepreneurs and business owners what problems they have to solve during the day-to-day business, and how I can support them with everything. And well, it's changed a lot, especially in the last 2 to 3 years. It's accelerating a lot, and I'm really thrilled to talk about this with you about your trend report.
Me too. So why don't we start with what the challenges are that you're seeing CEOs and business owners are facing right now? What's the big challenge you're seeing?
Well, the most asked question I get is about their branding. Like usually they have a personal branding and a business branding. So it starts with, do I need a business page on different social media platforms, and how I present myself, and where I post what, and where I publish anything, and all the things like that. On top of that, we have different type of tools, different type of, content types we can post. And everybody has to think about what fits to them the best way, and about their products as well, and their audience. Don't forget the audience, they should watch that and should love watching that and reading that. So all of this has to come into consideration to work on the branding part. And this is only when it comes to marketing and social media. And then obviously we have the different other things what we are not dive in today, with building the team, making the processes for them, and how they can work in the best way together. But it's like in the last years, especially, a lot of people work more remote. It's more important than ever that we work in a team together, especially not only in a team for the same company, but especially with clients, or if you provide a service, that the client is working with you as well. It's not only that delivering something, it's as well that we are working together. Mm-hmm. And finding together a solution that works for all of us, because it's changing so fast right now.
Yes. So you're touching on what I discovered is that a lot of businesses don't have time to market themselves. And then when they are getting ready to do, they're sort of, if they're not in the marketing industry, they're having challenges knowing where to focus their time, how to handle the different business page versus personal profile. And so how do they determine that? How do they know that, what they should do? Is it a case-by-case basis? Does it always one way? How do we approach that?
It depends, like always. But first, it depends on how you feel comfortable. Right, and what's right now, it's the video content is the best content you can basically get out there, and the video content platform, which I don't want to talk right now. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's really popular, and you can grow really fast a big audience. So it depends on where your audience is, like on which platform, and then how you feel comfortable to put content out there. And if you feel happy to make videos to be seen as well. A lot of entrepreneurs don't want to be seen with their face on social media. All in this consideration, is making at the end the decision. But first I start first with the audience. Where is the audience? And then choose one platform, and then spread it out there to different platforms, and try to adapt, all in collaboration with the client.
And then tell us more about all the tools that you're seeing people are having a challenge navigating. And it's interesting too, because I'm noticing with CEOs, like costs of certain tools are going up, the subscription model. And then that's opening the door for them to be looking for other tools, but they're not really sure what the right tools are. And I'm seeing a stalled decision-making process because they're not sure if the amount they're going to get at the beginning is going to stay for a while or if it's going to go up, and they're not sure they're going to get all the features they need, and they don't have the time for that. And there's someone on their team trying to investigate that while doing other work. So usually that's when I come in and I help streamline that and help them make a decision faster. But what are you noticing when it comes to the tools for supporting marketing?
I think, or like what I prefer is to try the tools as much as I want to, choosing the payment method on a monthly base, not on a yearly base. Then you are way more flexible to switch. But as well, to like, if it's possible, it's not all the time possible, but you have to be aware that tools are changing faster than in the past, and you have to be more flexible with this. And at the end, it's basically how you work with the team and how you can adapt. And at the end, if you understand one tool, for example, like a project management tool, they are all really similar how you can use them, or a CRM tool. It's all very similar, and it's not like a rocket science. But a lot of people are still afraid to start with a new tool because they don't want to learn it. And it's basically done really fast, and there are a lot of great tutorials out there. I know a lot of people, they're not really aware of it. Like, just look and seek in YouTube, search in YouTube for a tutorial for a specific tool, and you get the answer really fast. And the basic one, I think there are two basic one you have where you store all the things and where you communicate with like via email and all the things like that. And this might be a bigger decision, and there's never the best way. All tools have pros and cons, and you have to decide like with what you want to live.
Yes, yeah. Okay, then last question, then we'll wrap it up. One of the things we've been talking about is how to really build that audience and how to approach the marketing strategy. And I know it's unique for every business, but in these uncertain times, it's often the marketing budget and the investment in marketing is something that can sometimes be where budgets become tight. And so what insight or advice do you have for businesses when it comes to thinking about the marketing strategy, and how are you helping businesses navigate the changing landscape of what's working to get awareness out there and have people engage with your brand?
I think a lot of people only focus on one specific platform because they feel more comfortable with, and I'm guilty of this as well. So that's totally normal. But if you see like how the big influencers are doing it, like they are everywhere. Like you go on one like doesn't matter on what platform you are, you see them everywhere, and you see them everywhere all the time. And usually the most people are a little bit hesitating of how often do they post or whatever. So it makes sense to have a little research about the algorithm of the different platforms. But to do, for example, the video platform I talked about earlier, it's like right now it's 3 times a day. Most of the people don't want to spend their time and invest the time to make 3 videos a day in order to get it started. And there's the full focus, like actually every entrepreneur, doesn't matter in which industry they are right now. First of all, they have to focus on their digital marketing first, and this is the main job, and it happens to be in this industry. But the first focus is being seen, getting out there, and like talking about everything, and everything else is then the next step. And this changed, and this is a huge challenge for a lot of business owners. And this is why, on the other hand, a lot of people are really successful if they only focus on this one thing in digital marketing.
Mm-hmm. And that ties into so many things about one, I'm noticing the trend that digital marketing agencies are going to have more demand over the upcoming years. And so you're kind of showing us why that is, but also the partnership that is needed with experts outside your business to probably come in at key times throughout your journey as a business, to have people maybe help you guide your strategy and create content and help you execute that initially. It's probably easier once there's a base, and then you can figure out if there's someone internally that can take it on long term. But I have great respect for digital marketing agencies. I grew up in that career, and I've learned a lot from experts around me. And so I'm really thrilled that I have a digital marketer expert in the Allen Clarity Collective to help us help the business owners we're working with. So thanks so much for partnering with me and being here today to share a little bit more with everyone. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Take care. And if anyone has a question or comment for Jennifer, please put it in the comments where you're watching this. We'll be happy to respond with any inquiries you have. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.